Alexander Pichushkin was bullied and treated like crap growing up, but the one person that was rock solid in his life was his grandfather. He would play chess with his grandfather, and he found that through doing that he had a knack for it, and he started playing competitively and just dominating these old men in the park in these chess tournaments. But one day his life was turned upside down when his grandfather just suddenly passed away, and that just kicked off one hell of a downward spiral. So he continued playing the chess, but he also started exploring some dark fantasies. He basically terrorized and threatened younger kids and would film it for his own enjoyment. But eventually even that wasn't enough for him, so at 18 he lured a classmate into the woods, killed him. Then he catches wind that his ex-girlfriend is dating one of his best friends, pushes him out a window. A probe into him by law enforcement about his potential involvement in the two murders resulted in no charges, but it did scare him off his murder fixation. Well, for 9 years. By 2001, Alex is working at a grocery store living with mom, and he decides to start luring people into this 18 square kilometer park in Moscow called Bitsa Park. At first he'd befriend a person, gain their trust over some drinks. Then once he led them out into the park, he bashed them over the head with a hammer. Lots of these people were old homeless men, but some of them were young men, women, children. He didn't care. At first he would dump the bodies down wells so they wouldn't be found, but eventually he wanted the credit, so he started just leaving them out in the open, even leaving broken vodka bottles sticking out of the wounds of some of his victims. In 2006, a woman working at a grocery store is asked by her co-worker if she wouldn't mind going out on a walk. She says yes and leaves a note to her family saying something along the lines of, "I'll be back later, I'm going on a walk with Alexander Pichushkin." Well, her body was shortly thereafter discovered in Bitsa Park, and inside her pocket, police pulled out tickets from the metro station. So they hit up surveillance from the metro station. There's Pichushkin. When police finally caught up with Alex, they found a very curious chessboard in his home. Of the 64 squares that make up a chessboard, 62 were marked with numbers. He told investigators that his goal was basically to achieve a full chessboard of murder, but that he also planned on blowing right past that number had he not been caught.